Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. So let's discuss this time the chapter 17, Rizal's romances. This chapter talks about all of the romances happens in Rizal's life, the joys and pains. Ended at an early hour, my first love. My virgin heart were always more in the reckless step. He talked on the flower decade, a call albies. My illusion will return, yes, but indifferent, uncertain, ready for the first betrayal on the path of love. In Rizal's life, not only patriotism happens, but also Rizal's love different woman in his life. There are 9 recorded women in Rizal's life. However, some historians suggest that there are even more. Below are brief accounts of Jose Rizal's romances. Segunda Katigbak, Leonor Valenzuela, Leonor Rivera, Consuelo Ortiga, Usisan, Gertrude Beckett, Neely Bosted, Suzanne Jacobi, and Josephine Bracken. In 1877, Julia Celeste Smith, age 16, the first girlfriend of Rizal. Rizal was only 15 when he first saw Julia by accident in a river named Dampalit in Los Baños, a few days after Easter in 1877. But for lack of subsequent contact, Rizal eventually forgot Julia. So, there is not only 9 women that Rizal loved. So before Segunda Katigbak, the first love of Rizal is there's also Julia Celeste Smith, whereas the first girlfriend of Rizal. Our national heroes, Jose Rizal was 16 when he experienced his first love. The girl who first awakened his heart was Segunda Katigbak. So let's start in Segunda Katigbak, the first love. Segunda was the sister of Mariano Katigbak. Katigbak was Rizal's puppy love, coming from a wealthy clan in Lipa, Batangas. She was a close friend of Rizal's sister, Olympia Mercado. Mr. Rizal was only a young boy of 16 when he first fell in love, and it was with Segunda Katigbak. Katigbak was just 14 years old when she met Rizal, who was then 16. Rizal studied in La Concordia College, where Rizal's sister Olympia also studied. I mean, Segunda Katigbak. He did the best thing to close to her, and that is to visit La Concordia College with a disguise to see her sister. The love story ended when Rizal told Segunda that he was returning home to Calambal for the new year. Jose waited for her and he did see her pass by, but he chose to go home. They did not end up together. Our hero was not able to confess his true feelings, and she was promised to Manuel Luz A. Mertra, a member of a wealthy family in Lipa. Segunda was already engaged to be married to her townmate, that is, Manuel Luz, or Manuel Luz E. Metra. And next, the second love of Rizal was Leonor Valenzuela, a love story called Private Letters, where the woman private letters. Leonor Orang was his neighbor in Intramuros while studying at UST. Rizal was only 17 when he loved Leonora Valenzuela. After his admiration for a short girl in the person of Segunda, then came Leonor Valenzuela, a tall girl from Pagsanghan. Rizal was always welcome at the Valenzuela home. He eventually courted Leonor by sending her love notes, which she wrote in invisible ink made from a mixture of water and table salt that could only be deciphered, deciphered over the warmth of the lamp or candle. He taught Leonor how to read his letters by heating them over a lamp or a candle to allow the words to surface. He visited her on the eve of departure to Spain and bade her a last goodbye. And next is the third lover of Rizal, named Leonor Rivera. Jose Rizal's and Leonor Rivera's love story is the greatest love. Leonor Rivera Keeping was a daughter of Antonio Rivera and Silvestra Bozon. She is the daughter of a cousin of Rizal's father, making her Rizal's cousin. Leonor Rivera born in Cameling, Tarlac on April 11, 1867, and she died on 28th of August 1893 from complication of childbirth. Her father, known Uncle Antonio in his letters, a cousin of Rizal's father, Francisco Mercado. Leonor was a talented, mature, and intelligent lady who played the piano and was gifted with a charming singing voice. Leonor was Rizal's true love, his childhood sweetheart. 18 years Rizal when he loved Leonor. They met in Manila when Leonor was 13 years old. His sweetheart for 11 years played the greatest influence in keeping, and unfortunately, Leonor's mother disapproved of her daughter's relationship with Rizal, who was then a known filibustero. However, our love story, the mother of Leonor disapproved because it's known in the time Rizal was filibustero. On her letters, she signed her name as Taimes in order to hide their intimate relationship from the girl's parents. So Rizal made a pin name again on Leonor Rivera, that is Taimes. Pipi's letter to Leonor went unacknowledged for a whole year as Leonor married Henry Charles Keeping. Leonor discovered accidentally that the letters of Jose Rizal but was convinced by her mother to continue the engagement. When Rizal returned to the Philippines on August 5, 1887, Rivera was no longer living in Intramuros because she and her family had moved back to Dagupan, Pangasinan. Rizal wanted to meet Rivera and vice versa, but both were prohibited by their respective fathers. Francisco Mercado barred his son from meeting her in order to avoid putting the Rivera family in danger, as Rizal had been labeled a filibustero or subversive by the Spanish colonial government because of his novel, Noli Me Tangere. Rizal wanted to marry Rivera while she was still in the Philippines because of her uncomplaining fidelity. So they asked permission for this on her father, one more time before his second departure, and the meeting never happened. In 1888, Rizal stopped receiving letters from Rivera for a year. Even as he kept sending letters to her, the reason for Rivera's silence was the connivance between Rivera's mother and an Englishman named Henry Charles Keeping. A railway engineer fell in love with Rivera and was favored by Rivera's mother. So that is the reason of their breakup or the end of their love story. Rivera met Keeping at the house of Doña Carmen Villamel, who was a former classmate of hers at La Concordia College. Keeping was associated with the engineer Crisostomo Villamel, who supervised the Manila Dagupan Railroad Line project at the time. Rivera and Keeping were married on June 17, 1890 in Dagupan. The first child was Carlos Rivera Keeping Sr. who married Lourdes Romulo. And additional, Rivera died on 28 August 1893 shortly after giving birth to her second child with Keeping. Shortly before she died, her last wish was to have the silver box containing the ashes of her born letters be buried with her. So, even though Leonor Rivera Keeping is married, but her last wish is to burn the ashes of her letters with her. And that is the three first love of Rizal. First is Segunda Katigbak, the puppy love or the first love of Rizal, and Leonor Valenzuela, the love or the girl in a private letters. And the third is Leonor Rivera Keeping, the greatest love of Rizal. And the next lover of Rizal will be discussed by my group mates. And again, thank you for listening, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. The previous discussion talks about the first love and the greatest love of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. But not only that, because there are still other women in Rizal's life that we are going to discuss now, and let's start with the fourth one, which is Consuelo Ortega y Rey, or also known as Consuelo Ortega A. Perez. And this relationship is considered as a sacrifice for friendship. In 1882, when Rizal was a student at the Universidad Central de Madrid, he frequented the home of Don Pablo Ortega y Rey, the former city mayor of Manila. And while Rizal was in Madrid, he would hang out at Don Pablo's house, which became a place where Filipino students, the Circulo Hispano-Filipino, met regularly. And through one of these gatherings, Rizal met Consuelo. Consuelo, who is the prettiest of Don Pablo's daughters, fell in love with him, and he probably fell in love with her, but he suddenly backed out before the relationship turned into a serious romance for two reasons. First is he wanted to remain loyal to Leonor Rivera, and the second one is he did not want to destroy his friendship with Eduardo Delati, who was madly in love with her. And Rizal wrote her a poem, a La Señorita CUYP, or to Miss CUYP, and CUYP stands for Consuelo Ortega A. Perez. And the main message or the idea of the poem is about pain, grief, bitter past, and truth that are addressed to an innocent lover who wishes to know about her lovers in divorce. And in the end, Consuelo got engaged to Eduardo Delati. After Consuelo, there comes a next one, a woman from Japan. Siko Osoy, Love at First Sight. In many of his diary entries, Rizal wrote about how he was charmed by Japan's beauty and peace and order. But if there was one thing that almost kept him in the country where cherry blossoms blow most beautiful, it was a woman named Siko Osoi, a Japanese samurai's daughter who he affectionately called Usi-san. It was in 1888 Rizal had just arrived in Japan from Hong Kong upon an invitation to take a job offer at the Spanish legation, and one day, while he was in the office grounds, he saw Osi-san walk past the legation's gate and was immediately enthralled by her beauty. With the help of a Japanese gardener, he asked to introduce to the woman who captures his eyes. After finding out that they both speak English and French, they started to build a relationship. Osi-san served as Rizal's interpreter during his stay in Japan. She also helped him how to read and write Nihongo, which is the Japanese language, and taught him the Japanese art of painting, also known as sumi. Together, they visited the Imperial Art Library, various universities, the Shokugutsu Inn, or Botanical Garden, the Hibiya Park, and the various shrines. In many accounts, it was written that Rizal almost moved to Japan permanently to spend his remaining days with Osi-san. However, his patriotic responsibilities kept him from doing this. He moved to San Francisco and never met the Japanese woman again. Eventually, Osi-san went on with her life and later married Alfred Charlton, a British chemistry teacher in Tokyo. She died on May 1, 1947 at the age of 80. In the same year, he began and ended his relations with Osi-san. Rizal, who was then 27, went to London and met a woman named Gertrude Beckett. Gertrude Beckett is a blue-blooded English woman who was the oldest daughter of a London church organist, Charles Beckett, who fell in love with Rizal. Rizal met Gertrude during his stay in London to annotate the Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas, and he boarded in the house of the Beckett family, and that's how they met. But despite having pet names for each other, Rizal calls Beckett Getty while Beckett calls Rizal Petty. The feelings Beckett had for Rizal were not reciprocated, and in 1889, Rizal left for London for Paris and left her a composite carving of the heads of the Beckett sisters as a sign of their brief relationship. Rizal withdrew before his relationship with Getty could become more serious, realizing that he had a greater mission to fulfill and that in order to accomplish it, he could not yield to the option of marrying her. He suppressed the yearnings of his heart and decided to leave so that the lady may forget him. Before he did, however, he finished a number of sculptural works, one of which was a carving of the heads of the Beckett sisters that he gave to Gertrude. In 1891, Rizal took a vacation in Biarritz in order to find reprieve from his troubles in Madrid, and there he met a woman named Nellie Bosted. So this relationship is a failed proposal. Rizal met Busted during his stay in Paris. He was a guest of the Busted family in their winter residence, Villa Iliada. Mr. and Mrs. Busted had two beautiful daughters named Adelina and Nellie. Nellie is the youngest daughter of a Filipina Marie Busted and a wealthy French-English merchant Eduardo Busted. During his stay in Biarritz, Rizal learned of Leonor Rivera's engagement to Charles Henry Kipping. After having lamented his frustrated romance with Leonor Rivera, on account of the lady's engagement to another man, Rizal came to develop considerable affection for Nellie, the prettier and younger daughter of Mr. Eduardo Busted. He found her to be intelligent, morally upright, and full of life. Rizal wrote to his closest friends about his intention to marry her. Rizal's friends were delighted to hear that he had found a suitable girl whom he at last wished to settle down with. Even Antonio Luna, who had previously loved Nellie, encouraged to court her and ask for her hand in marriage. With all the encouragement from friends he held dear, Rizal wooed Nellie, who in turn returned his affections, but Rizal's marriage proposal failed for two reasons. First is, Nellie demanded that he give up his Catholic faith and convert to Protestantism, which was her religion, and Rizal did not like this idea. Second is, Nellie's mother did not approve of Rizal as she had no desire to entrust her daughter to a man who was wanting in wealth and persecuted in his own country. In spite of the circumstances, Rizal and Nellie parted as good friends. January 28, 1890, Rizal left for Brussels, and when he arrived in Belgium in 1890, he lived at a boarding house that was run by two sisters whose last name was Jacobi. The sisters had a niece named Suzanne. In his 6 month stay in Brussels, Rizal and Jacobi had a transitory romance. She was taken by Rizal's charm and gallantry and provided him with good company.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Now, moving forward with our report, we shift our focus from the discussion of other women associated with Rizal to Josephine Bracken, a significant figure of Rizal's life. So, since we already know the other women of Rizal that discusses in the previous reporters, so now let's delve into the intricacies of their relationship and explore the love life of Josephine and Rizal. But before that, during this time, Rizal was in the Dapitan. Why? Because Jose Rizal was exiled to Dapitan by the Spanish authorities. He was sent there as a punishment for his involvement in the Filipino nationalist movement and his writing that criticized the Spanish colonial government. However, even in exile, even Rizal was exiled, Rizal continued to serve his community by practicing medicine, engaging in agriculture, and contributing educational and infrastructure projects. So, while the Spanish authorities monitored Rizal during his exile, his activities in Dapitan were largely self-directed. Okay, so go back to our topic, which is about Josephine Bracken. So now, who is Josephine Bracken? Alright, so Josephine Bracken is the last two women of Rizal.
So, Josephine Bracken. Josephine Bracken is an 18 years old Irish girl with blue, bold eyes and brown hair. So, based on the description, Josephine Bracken is a pretty woman with has a blue, bold eyes and brown hair. So, Josephine Bracken, born in Hong Kong on October 3, 1876. And Josephine Bracken is a daughter of James Bracken, the British Army, and Elizabeth McBride. So the father of Josephine Bracken is James Bracken, is a British Army. And Elizabeth McBride, without you know that the mother of Josephine Bracken is died during sa pagpanganak niya. And this time, so since namatay man ang mama ni Josephine Bracken, nga si Elizabeth McBride, so the father of Josephine Bracken decided nga ipaampon si Josephine Bracken. Kay ang main reason ani ni James Bracken mao gipa-adapt niya si Josephine kay niya kaya masustain ang needs kasi ni Josephine Bracken silang mga anak. So, yung papa decided to ipa-adapt na lang si Josephine Bracken. So, si Josephine Bracken was adopted by George Taufer. So, who is George Taufer? Again, what I have said earlier, George Taufer is a person nga nag-adapt kang Josephine Josephine. And si George Taufer is a former machinist from New York and have trouble in his eyes. So si George Taufer mao ni ang nag-adapt kang Josephine no. And usa din ni siya ka machinist sa New York. And also kana si George Taufer kay na ni siya kuan sa iyang mata, daot sa iyang mata. And during this time, si George Taufer is nagpatambal na ni siya sa mga doctor sa other countries na nagsige siya patambal, but unfortunately si George Taufer is wala gyud makure ang iyang mata. Instead, maras ning grabe pahinaw ni siya. So kani nga time, George Taufer and Josephine Bracken is nangita na sila og paagi
o unsaon nila nga ma-cure ni George Stafford ang iyang eyes. And muna na nga time nga si Julio Loriente, a Philippine resident who said that Jose Rizal was an eye specialist and can cure to typhus eyes. So muna na nga time nga si Julio Loriente, ah since si Jose Rizal nga ilado man siya usa ka doktor, so iyang gi-suggest or iyang sulti kang George Stafford kang Josephine nga na siya nailhan nga taga Pilipinas nga usa ka maayo nga doktor nga makatambal sa iyang mata. Moto nga siya nag-suggest sa ilahang duha nga si Rizal maayo nga is eye specialist nga makatabang sa ila. And during this time, pagkahibaw ni George Stauffer o ni Josephine, so ila na lang gipangitag paagi para mo travel sala dito. And pagka February 5, 1895, Tauffer and Josephine arrived in Manila looking for Rizal. And during this time, si Tauffer ug si Josephine nag-adto na sila sa Manila, ila nang ipangita si Rizal. And before that, nadi sila ipoy kauban nga giname nga si Manuel Orlac. And si Manuel Orlac, usa ni siya ka Filipina companion who accompanied Josephine Bracken to Dapitan. So kani si Manuel Orlac, mo ni gitawag nila og tour guide. So since kay si Josephine Bracken man no og si George Stafford kay gikan man sila sa Hong Kong. So kani nga time is wala sila kahibaw sa Pilipinas, wala sila kahibaw og asa ni nga dapit. So they plan nga mangita sila og usa ka tour guide. So ang ilang nakita nga tour guide si Manuel Orlac mo ni ang company nila, nag-help nila pagpangita kang Rizal, nagtuod kanila kang Rizal. So kani nga time is abot na sila. And Rizal's sisters suspected Josephine as an agent of the friars and they considered her as a threat to Rizal's security. So since ning-abot naman sila dito si Josephine no, og si Toffer og katong tour guide nila. So ang mga igsuon ni Rizal kay nagsuspect kan Josephine nga usa kuno ni sila ka mga spy. Kay katong tour guide manggod nila nga si Orlac kay usa siya ka kanang duol sa mga Spaniards, usa sila ka suod-suod nga sa mga Spanish people. So mo to nagsuspektahan sila kay basin kuno nagpare-ari na sila kay gispiyahan si Rizal. And during this time, mga after pila ka days, diri nag-start ang ilang love ni Rizal and Josephine. Rizal start to fall in love to Josephine. And while nagpatambal pa si Tauffer, so na-in love na si Rizal kang Josephine and si Josephine also na-in love kang Rizal. So this time, Rizal asked Josephine to marry him. But she was not ready yet to make a decision due to her responsibility to the blind Tauffer. So kani nga time pag pangutanan ni Rizal kang Josephine nga magpakasal sila, at first si Josephine kay ni-refuse siya sa gi-propose ni Rizal kay ihang duty ani nga time manggod is or iyang responsibility is mapatambalan na ihang papa or ang papa nga papa niya. And moto wala siyang sugot sa gipropose ni Rizal, wala sa sila nagpakasalan ni nga times. And unfortunately, wala jud na tambalan ang mata ni Tauffer, wala jud na ayo ni lala ra hinuon siya. And kani nga time pagkahibaw ni Tauffer nga sa ilang plano ni Rizal ug Josephine nga mapakasal sila, pagkahibaw ni Tauffer, so si Tauffer is mag-cut ta sa iyang liog sa using a knife, but nakabantay man si Rizal gibuhat ni Tauffer, so wala man dayon ang plano ni Tauffer nga magtubok unta siya kay nakit-an man siya ni Rizal. So kani nga time hopeless na ni si Brown Tauffer kay wala pa gyud siya naayo and nakabatlit pa jud siya. So agdakag against sa love life ni Rizal ani nga time ug kang Josephine kay si Tauffer against sa ilang love life ug ang mga igsuon ni Rizal ug mga parents ni Rizal kay against pod sa ilang love life. So, kani nga time, he refused man to si Josephine sa ilang married nila, no. So, nakaplano si Josephine nga ipabalik na lang si Telfer sa Hong Kong. So, moto, kanang wala man naayo si Telfer. So, Telfer left for Hong Kong pagka March 18, 95. And si Josephine, wala siya niuban sa iyang steppapa. O si Josephine, nagstay ra siya sa family ni Rizal. Dito ra siya nagpuyo sa ilahang Rizal. Upon her return to Dapitan, Rizal tried to arrange with Father Antonio back for their marriage. So, kani nga time, wala naman ang papa ni Josephine nga si Taufer. So, padayon nila ilang plan nga magpakasal kani nga time is ni okay na si Josephine, ni sugot na siya. And moto kay sugot naman si Josephine, si Rizal, nga iya nang gi-arrange ay ilahang marriage kang Father Antonio Obak. Pero, kani si Father Obak ni-refuse to marry them. Ni-refuse ka sa ilahang magpakasal kung without kuno the permission of Bishop of Cebu. Ang kani nga time is, kani po si Antonio Obak, wala siyang sugot nga magpakasal sila kay usa sa reason is wala sila permission and another is na po siya gisulti kang Rizal nga dapat kung mapakasagaran sila is ang mga writings ni Rizal like Aflibuterismo and Dolomiting Hiri kay wag tangon na niya. Usap pod nga reason is mangita ang katong mga writings ni Rizal nga against sa ilahang church is dapat wag tangon. So this time wala man pud sugot si Rizal sa ilahang consequence nga ipabuhat. So, kani nga time, wala jud nakasal si Rizal og si Josephine. Instead, having no press to marry them. So, napakasal-kasal na si Josephine og Rizal, pero walay pari. They married themselves before the eyes of God. Nagkasal na lang sila ila-ila ha, kay wala man sila pari. So, dili siya formal nga wedding gyud kay kanang wala man abot sa church. Kay daghan man og against and ang government ani is dili sad mosugot and also the church. So next, kani nga time after ani and after a couple of months, si Josephine was getting pregnant. So nabuntis si Josephine kang Rizal. But sad to say nga pagpanganak ni Josephine sa ilang baby, ang ilang baby is premature, which might shock or frighten to Josephine. Na-shock sila and this another sad life of Rizal kinamatyan siya og baby. The baby lived for only 3 hours. He was named Francisco in honor of Rizal's father. So kani nga time kay kanang namatay may lang baby kay tungod kay premature may lang baby, nabuhi lang baby og 3 hours o gipanganlan ni og Francisco, the same name sa papa ni Rizal. So si Francisco, ang baby ni Rizal, was buried in Dapitan. Dito lubong sa Dapitan. But kani nga time kamatay sa ilang anak is gikuha na si Rizal sa mga Spanish. Dito na siya gikuha na siya. Mo na nga time hapit na siya patyon. And after pila ka months, si Rizal kay namatay na siya. Gipatay na siya sa mga Spaniards. But Josephine is enjoying gapon siya sa revolutionary for quiet sometimes. So nagstay gapon si Josephine dito sa kanang place ni Rizal dito sa Dapitan. Though wala na si Rizal but still nagpabiling gapon siya dito. And suddenly, the Spanish Governor General threatened Josephine with torture and imprisonment if she did not leave the Philippines. So kani nga time kay nagpabiling man no wala na mas Rizal, patay na mas Rizal. So kani nga time ang mga Spanish people, mga governor kalaan si Josephine nga if dili kuno mohawa si Josephine diri sa Pilipinas, dili kuno bulakaw is i-torture ni siya, i-tortureon si Josephine o presohon siya. Sumoto, Josephine voluntarily left and went back to Hong Kong in 1898, where she married Vicente Abad, a Cebuano mestizos on December 15, 1898. Sumoto, kay gi-threaten mas Josephine sa mga Spanish, himbalik na lang si Josephine sa Hong Kong. Niuli na lang siya sa ila pagka 1898. So, ang after dito, pag-after niya abot nito mga pila ka months, so Josephine was married to Vicente Abad. Muna ni nga time good nga gikasal si Josephine kang Vicente Abad nga taga Hong Kong. Si Vicente Abad as Cebuano mestizo, dito sila gikasal sila ug man ni nga time nga ang kasal ni Josephine ug Vicente Abad is clear gyud nga niagi gyud sila og church, unlike kang Rizal nga wala, dili to sure ilang kasal. And they got married pagka December 15, 1898, og they had a daughter nga gipangalan og Dolores, nakanak si Josephine ug si Vicente Abad nga si Dolores. And also after a couple of years, Josephine kay namatay ra sad sa sakit nga tuberculosis. So mao to ang love life ni Rizal ug ni Josephine. Before na namatay si Rizal, na pa siya last na love life, mao si Josephine ug nakaanak sila but namatay ra sad gihapon kay tungod premature ang baby. So mo to ang sad love life ni Rizal before siya namatay. And next, let's move forward to Rizal's two other loves, Teodora and Patria. So, dili lang di ay kay kung love ni Rizal tong mga other women niya, katong mga nauyab niya in the previous topic, but the main nga love yun ni Rizal kay Teodora, which is iyang mama, and Patria, which is the country Philippines. So first, Rizal loved his mother Teodora. So this time, an hour before execution, Rizal wrote a letter to his mother. We already know man jud no nga Rizal really loved his mother. Jose Rizal had a deep and profound love for his mother, Teodora Alonso. She was a significant influence in his life. So daghan gyud na contribute sa Teodora sa life ni Rizal. And Teodora kay mo'y nag-nurture kang Rizal being an intellect person and a character person. So Rizal letter to his mother written just before his execution. Kaning time before namatay si Rizal, mga usa ka oras before siya gipatay, is naghimo pud siya letter just because love ni hang mama, so iya pa yung himuan og letter, last nga letter iya na lang gipahatag, pero ihatag to sa iyang mama, iyang himog letter ang iyang mama for kanang last na lang yun to express his love and gratitude, showing the bond between even in his final moments. In a pregnant testament to their relationship and his enduring affection for her. So, this is a sad story, no? The last life of Rizal before he died, kay nakasuot na siya letter sa iyang mama. Gihimo siya pagka exactly 6 o'clock in the morning pag December 30, 1896. Ina niya kalab iyang mama. Nahimuan pa jud niya letter iyang mother nga si Teodora. And also, Rizal love to his patria. Rizal love to his patria. Kung sa ka-love ni Rizal ang country, which is the Philippines. So when we say patria, it is a country, a patriotic love. For him, according to Rizal, loving patria was the greatest, most heroic, and sublime sentiment a person could have. Rizal wrote an essay entitled El Amor Patrio or Love of Country's Homeland Philippines. His life, work, sacrifices, and death could attest his ultimate love and devotion. Jose Rizal loved for his country or patria as he called it was profound and unwavering. We all know nga usa ka love ni Rizal ang country ang Philippines. Why? Because iya yung sacrifice iyang self just to prove nga kanang nga di dapat ang mga Filipino is nagdaogon lang sa mga Spaniard. So, aron maka-create og freedom ang mga Filipinos. So, iya lang siyang ka-sacrifice iyang life, no? Bisag aware siya nga madaot ra iyang life, madaot ra siya, pero still iya lang gihapon kipadayon. Instead, iyang love gipaagi niya through his writings, activism, and ultimately his sacrifice. He saw the beauty of the Philippines and its people, and he dedicated his life to advocating for their dignity and independence. So, nga nakalab ni Rizal ang country. Iyan yung sacrifice ang iyang love. And lastly, was Rizal married? So, ang question, di kasal ba si Rizal? What do you think? So far, sa atong nailhan man raman kay si Josephine raman to ang Josephine Raman ang iyahang untang pakaslan pero wala man gihapon to sila nakasal no kay just because dili musugot against ang church, against ang government, so wala gito sila makasal gyud, nakasal ra sila ug ila-ila ra buot ra so dili to formal nga kasal. And go back to the question, was Rizal married? No. Why? Jose Rizal was not married. Though he had several romantic relationships throughout his life, he never got married. Rizal dedicated much of his time and energy to his studies, writings, and activism for his country, which may have influenced his decision not to marry. His love for his country or patria was paramount in his life. So, was Rizal married? Again, no, because he never married of any of the ladies that was linked to him because he had already married Patria. Okay? He already married Patria or Rizal was already married in his country and that was the truth. Okay, that's all of my report and thank you for listening. Again, for the summary of our discussion, our topic is about the romances of Rizal. Again, the first love of Rizal is Segunda Katigbak. Second is Leonor Valenzuela, Leonor Rivera, Consuelo Ortiga Arias, Osisan, Gertrude Biquet, Nile Busted, Sushan Jacoby, and the last one that he loved is Josephine Bracken. So, mo na nagtanan no, from Segunda Katigbak after Josephine, so nakaila siya o daghan pong chicks si Rizal which is 9. Nakaagi pa siya 9 kababay sa ihang kinabuhi before siya namatay. So, ingana ka chicks boy si Rizal. So, that would be all in our report of chapter 17, The Romances of Rizal. Thank you for listening everyone and have a nice day.